What was your thought process when you started adult entertainment?
I won't lie to myself. It was kind of conceited. I wanted to first see if I was actually, I guess, able to entice the bear community because I knew back then when I first started, not many like chocolate. So I wanted to see if I was wanted, I guess you can say. It was kind of a personal ego type thing to start out with.
What made you come up with the name Sebastion Ice? Like, how did that come up?
Well, it's gonna be messed up part, but they say that porn name, but you use your first street you grew up on, your pet or something like that, and that was a fucked up name. So I'm like, nah. So I used my friend's two big cats instead. One was Sebastian, one was Ice. So
your stage name came from your friend's two cats.
Hey.
So your stage name came from two pussies. So that's okay.
Yeah, well, I lived with lesbians for like a moment in my lifetime. So yeah, I mean,
wow.
I am honest. It is what it is.
And how has performing in adult movies or adult films or what have you? How does that impact your life? Like, does a lot of people know?
A lot of people actually don't know. I'm actually surprised that when people say, "Oh, I've seen your work," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." The funny thing about that is just I've done work for Bear Films and Stocky Dudes and Cyber Bears. Well, Cyber Bears is no more. Chubb Site, and it seems like it's gonna make me sound racist. The more the white guys are more recognized than the black guys are in the big porn companies. I think the biggest, only two black guys that I know that are out there. Well, Ali's not out there anymore. Tony Banks is still out there once in a blue moon, but those are the only two big bears of color that I actually have seen throughout porn that I still see nowadays. That's the bigger recognition than I would or do. So.
It seems like there's still a lot of stigma regarding black men in the bear community. So,
and plus, I think white men are more open to do porn, I guess.
Well, yeah, a lot of people. I mean, Tony tries his best. I know he tried to have a shoot not too long ago in Florida to have like a whole interracial theme, whether it be black and white or black, white, Latino and black. He tries, but there's a lot of the brothers out there who are in the download to do it. So, I mean, I told him to give me a ring a ding, but I was working at the time, so it didn't work out. But I mean, Tony is trying. Once in a blue moon, he's trying. So he's also has his music too. So that's a lot for him to take on. So
right. Well, it's more the family. So we grew up hating that, especially in a black family. You constantly going to church, constantly going to church. So you grew up hating that. So when somebody turned out to be that, they hate themselves, so they don't want to put themselves out there. But what are some positive and negative things about doing adult entertainment?
I don't know if there was any positives as far as I know, to be honest, other than I put myself out there to see if I was wanted. The only positive I heard was some people say, if it wasn't for you, I would never know there were black people in the bear community that did porn. So I guess that's considered a positive. So negativity that comes from it, people I do meet either want to fuck me or just don't like me because, oh, you did porn, so there's no point to even talk to you. You get your head stuck up your ass or some shit like that. So,
wow.
Which I don't. I'm like the most personal person ever. I'm down to earth.
So, did your question get answered? You said you went into it wanting to see if you were wanted or what have you. So did your question get answered? Or did you find out that you were wanted? Did you find out you weren't wanted? What was your experience?
I wasn't what everybody was looking for, especially in the white bear community. It was like, I felt like, I still do in a way. I felt like the bad, ugly stepsister of the big bear community. So it's like, okay, so basically answer the question I didn't want to answer. I guess I am not wanted because mostly because of my color. So that's like kind of a hard pill to swallow, but it also comes back on the black community too. I didn't think I was accepted in the black community either. So, I mean, it's a long, long road for me to feel accepted within both communities at the same time.
So basically, you found out that the bear community, at least for porn, is still good old boys club still.
It's not a welcoming community, as they say, as it was founded for. So if you're not white, sorry for saying this, I know everybody's gonna say that. If you're not white and a big boy, or a sexy A-list bear, or a sexy otter cub, or sexy muscle white bear, or whatever muscle cub chaser, you're SOL. So.
No, I was saying, being a black bear in adult entertainment, like, do they prefer for you to play like the role as the top, or verse, bottom? Like, is there any kind of criteria there?
Like, you pay by your own preferred role. Like, I'm a top, so I ain't nobody fucking me. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe down the line, once in a blue moon, it got to be my dude that I'm with. But I don't know about bottom end, to be honest. If the if the cash is right, maybe. That to say it like that, but I'm on top all the way. I guess that's why another reason why people don't like talking to me. But the world's full of bottoms, but they're looking for a top. I'm like, well, I'm right here, yo. We know what's going down.
But and are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
Were you in a relationship at all during the time when you was doing films, or?
Nope.
Okay.
My cats talk to people. Well, I can't even say you talk to people. I'm not to say I said I had fuck buddies and called it a day, because it was hard to have a relationship in general, whether it be with another black guy or with a white guy. There's just so much. Oh, you did porn. Oh, I didn't know. I'm like, okay. I didn't know I had to like tell everybody. And you find it. I'll tell you about it if you find it. I mean, I used to tell people, oh yeah, I do this, I do that, and they would just walk away, so I stopped telling people.
You know, it'd be funny. That'd be the same people that slept with 20 dudes in 2 days.
But that's the world we live in. They'll judge you for doing porn, but they don't want to be judged for sleeping with 20 dudes in the same week.
Right.
So,
and that's so true.
That's just the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true. That's what, because like when people be going on, oh, well, you did porn, you're this, you're that, you're this or that. I was like, yeah, dude, I just saw you sucking somebody's dick and taking 3 loads up your ass in the back of the bar. So what's the difference between me getting paid to fuck somebody and you getting your ass filled up in the back of the bar for free? Okay.
For free.
Right.
The difference is you got paid for it. So.
Right.
So. It is what it is. I mean, I'm a pig too, so I mean, everybody does their own dirt.
At least you get a check.
Right.
Basically, I get a check to be a pig, but you do yours for free. So.
How did you find the bear community, or what was your first experience in the bear community?
My first experience in the bear community was, I would have to say, 2007. I went to my first bear event, which actually was my first, I guess you can say, break into the bear community. Well, bear porn. I did a solo for Cyber Bears called David Knows Dick. That was my first year, my first bear event. I was 225 pounds. So found out that year that I wasn't small enough to be considered a chaser, and I wasn't big enough to be a bear. And still, even then, they weren't really into chocolate people. But I still had a good time with my best friend Chris. So it was great. I tried to talk to people, try to meet people, but I figured I gotta grow within the community, to know more friends, to have more fun. But it's a story.
Like, when you start doing films, what some thoughts? What some thought messages you got?
Actually, they were kind of messed up, because every time I did a film, I was at a bear event, so it was like, extra money to get drunk. So I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, I can get drunk and get more money to get drunk and put myself out there. Let's get it. And it is what it was. So I'm not gonna lie. That basically was my thought process. I didn't think anybody would see it win, but I really didn't care, because I was gonna run for Senate or president. So.
Do you?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No. So how did you? Okay, which one's going? Is it me or you?
Go ahead. You go.
Okay, I'm going now. Okay. My question first. So, how did you get into it? Like, did somebody approach you? Did you go seek them out? Did you apply online? How does one get into doing porn?
Well, the way it happened for me was, I was watching Cyber Bears before I went to that bear event, like a year or two prior to that.
and I knew the guy that like worked the company, and so he had a booth there. He's like, we're going to be shooting here. If you want to, shoot, just let me know. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, whatever. But went to go up to his room to talk to him about a few things. He's like, well, we can just do a test run. That test run turned into a solo. So I jacked off and got my dick sucked. And I was like, and supposedly he said a lot of people liked it, but I never heard from anybody. And he never really used me again either. So I'm like, okay. But that's how it all got started.
Okay. Go ahead, Eddie.
I was gonna ask, since being a black man in porn, like, do you get messages from guys now like that recognize you, but it's like they see, oh, I want that BBC, like non-black guys, oh, I want that BBC, and just more like kind of see you as a piece of meat type thing?
Or just send you random pictures?
No, I actually wouldn't mind if they did. I don't get anything, which is surprising to me because I'm like, I thought I would at least, it sounds kind of fucked up, but I thought at least have one or two people throw themselves at me at a fair event, but it's like, nigga, who you? Which was even worse, was more of a, I guess you can say, blow to my, I don't have ego, but blow to my self-esteem was when I did TBRU 3 years in a row behind the Bear Films table with all these other quote-unquote A-list white bears. And everybody like, well, who's that? So it's like, and what made that even more worse is like they paid for every other A-list quote-unquote star, but I had to pay for my own room package, this, that, and the other. But they paid for their flight, their room costs, their room package. I'm sitting there like, okay,
that's messed up. Wow.
So
it's, to me, the bear community, they like black bears, but either in the dark or they like them in a specific body type.
you gotta be built like
they want you gotta be a top. First and foremost.
Right.
And then you're absolutely right. It seems like they have their types that they actually like. If you don't fit that mold, you're not.
For instance, like from Python Bears or whatever, that site, when Wood first came out, you know him? Not personally, but
I know what clip you're talking about. That,
right.
Yeah.
Wood, the big football giant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Calm it down, Eddie. Calm it down.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Get a little wet, but anyway.
You're doing the most, Eddie.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? They like that type of body type because he was famous for one move. Well, actually, two videos.
His pictures are still floating around.
Right. It's a certain body type that they're into, and which is weird.
But it's not just it's not. I don't think it's just the bear community. Every facet of the gay community wants somebody who got built body, especially in the black bears. I'm gonna be mad. Y'all be mad at me, but we gotta have the perfect body. We gotta have that swag. We gotta have that trade look. We gotta have that big dick swinging. I'm like, dude. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I won't lie. I went to BBP and I felt like the ugliest person walking. Like, it was not even funny. It was like a slap in my face. It really was.